Good morning, all of you. Today we are going to read class 7th SST History, chapter number 7, Tribal and Nomadic Community, part 1. So, student, in this chapter we will read about who are tribal people and who are nomadic people. So, in this chapter, we also learn about how the tribal people survive and what they do for their earning and what kind of dress they wear, what kind of culture or tradition they follow. Regarding those things, we will read in this chapter. Now, who are tribes or who are the tribal people? The question arises first. So if the question arises, might have seen the pictures which is pasted in your book as well as in your slide. You can see some of the people, those who are different from us. Why I am using this word? I am using this word because they wore such a attire that attract us. They wore colorful dresses, they wore colorful jewelries, and they kept something special in their costume or in their attire that makes us attracted towards them. Okay, so this is the image, the first image that comes to your mind. So let us see how who are tribe and how they live, that we have to see. A tribe is a group of people who live and work together in a shared geographical areas. Means geographical areas means according to their topographical features. Means some people lives in desert, some people lives at the hilly terrains, some people lives in the dense forest, some people live on islands. So they are the group of people who live or work together. The tribe has a common culture and dialect and religion. So one particular tribe have common culture, means whatever the culture is belongs to them, dialect, the language basically, and the religion what they are following. So probably they all were the part of the various. It's based on the country. It's based on the country. They have their separate religion and the separate gods. They also have the strong sense of unity, means they are so united, means they do not be apart from their family or the tribe or the group of tribe. The tribe is usually headed by a chief. So for the maintenance of the group, there is a need of chief or the head. So for that, the tribe is also having a chief. A tribal society is a group of tribe organized around the kinship. So basically, the tribal society is what? It's around the kinship, means they are all together. They all are equal. They are all together and they all are equal. So this is the motto of the tribal people. They live together and they all are equal. The tribe can be a collection of families or individual people living together. They might be group of families, there might be only families, or there might be individual people in a group, they are living together, that is considered as tribe. A tribe usually divides up the job that need to be done among themselves. Means the particular people will do the particular job. Means the all jobs are divided among all the people. Most tribes have their special custom and tradition. Some of the tribes which they have their important kind of custom and tradition that they have to follow. Now, the humans who lived in tribes before they started living in cities and nation, they are still tribal groups all over the world. So basically, if I remind you of the Vedic age, so in Vedic age you have read the all groups were considered as tribe. The groups were considered as tribe. Some people get mixed with the mainstream, some people do not. So the people those who do not mix with the mainstream, they were considered as tribe. The people, those who are living in jungles, primitive, they live the primitive life basically, and they do not mix with the mainstream. They do not wanted to mix with the mainstream basically. There are many tribal groups, those who are living all over the world, and their numbers are getting smaller and smaller. The reason is that because the development took place, and that development get mixed with the tribal people, and people those who are feeling comfortable for the change, they started mixing with the mainstream. So the number of people of the tribal people is still decline. So many tribal peoples earlier they were live as a hunter and gatherer. So what is the meaning of hunter and gatherer? Hunter means the people those who hunt and eat, and gatherers those who used to gather the fruit and the roots or the leaf or the other parts of the branches so that they can feed their families and feed themselves. The tribal societies were nomadic. The question arises, who are nomadics? So the people who move from one place to another in search of food and pasture for that people is considered as nomadic. Means for food for whom? Food for them, and pasture for their animals. So basically these group of people move from one place to another with along with their animals. Means whatever the animals they have, whether it is a cattle, whether it is a sheep, goat, camel, whatsoever they have the animals, some people move along with their animals. And what they do, they used to sell the product of the animals, and they earn money from them. Some tribal people they lived permanent settlement life, because some people do not move. There are many people in the tribal communities, they do not move any place, they shift at one place, and if they are shifting at one place, so they need to be they need to grow the vegetables or the cereals for them. So some nomadic peoples were the agriculturer or the farmers. Basically, if I say, they are considered as farmers because they grow various things for their own for their own family. Tribal peoples combine all activities to make full use of the natural resources of the area in which they lived. So basically, the tribal communities, those who are living in those areas, they have their own kind of custom and culture, and those custom and cultures were directly related to the nature, and they were so much aware about the nature, and whatever they do, those were according to the nature. Basically, their protection, they take care of the nature. Tribal groups controlled land and pasture jointly and divided these among the household according to its rulers. So basically, the lands, the people, the tribal groups, those who started living settled life, they have some of land, and those lands were divided among their children after their death. So this is the common thing that we know already. And tribal people, they live not with the mainstream people, they live in the hilly areas or the desert areas or the terrain areas, and the places which is not easily accessible, means we cannot reach easily to those places. The tribal people lives over there. Now we have to see the characteristics of the tribal society during the medieval period. Now, tribal people led a nomadic lifestyle as a hunter gatherer and animal herder. So from the beginning of the time, the people used to live as a hunter and gatherer and animal herders. So, but after some time, people started living at one place. They started residing. They started doing the agriculture and all. But earlier, all the people were hunter and gatherer. They hunt the animals. They collect the fruit and flowers and other things which is edible to them. And some people used to herd their animals like cattle, sheep, goat. Nomadic pastoralists lived on the milk and other product that is produced by their animals. So whatsoever the production of their animals, that is the basis of their life. Okay, so they used to exchange their product to the villagers, from the villages, for the cereals and other things. So in the exchange of product, they get the grains, cloth, salt, utensils. So these products were produced by their animals, which they carry with them, whether they live as a lived as a nomadic community or nomadic people or the tribal people. Certain pastoral tribes were also used primitive technology to practice the shifting cultivation. So what is shifting cultivation? Let us understand. Shifting cultivation, there you can see the picture. Now you can see that there is a thin trunks of the tree you can see. So these trees were cut down. Earlier, they select a land of a piece of a land, and they cut the trees of that land. And what they do, before the rainy season, they burn all the roots of the plant and the remains of the plants. So what happened, the ashes which are there, they mix with the soil and provide the fertility to the soil. So the farmers, the tribal people, those who do the agriculture, they produce the grains, food grains basically. But after 2 3 years, 4 years, when the fertility goes down or the soil become less fertile, they move towards the next place. Again, they select a patch of land, they cut it and they burn it. After burning, when it get mixed with the soil, they grow cereals or the grains which they wanted to grow. And after some time, again they leave that place and move towards the next point. That is the shifting cultivation. So that is also done by the tribal communities, various tribal communities. One of the things that you have to understand, that tribal peoples were self-sufficient on economic basis, means that they are economically self-sufficient. Whatever the product they have, they survive on that. They do not need to the common people or to the mainstream people. They do not want to mix up with the people, those who are living in the other part of the areas or the mainstream basically. They are so economic self-sufficient that they do not money from the outsiders. There were other itinerant group. Itinerant group means the groups which move from one place to another, such as craft person. So craft person, like suppose some are basket weavers, some are metal workers. So what they do, they made the product. Some are medicine seller. So they used to make their products, they used to produce their product and keep their product and sell it to the small towns, villages and the other area. Small time paddlers means the same, the people those who move from one place to another for the selling, the thela wala or the street vendor basically I'm saying. So they used to take those products from the jungle, from the other part of the area, and sell all those things into the market or to the cities to cities or village to village. And also one group is also there, itinerant group, that is entertainer. They also move from one place to another. Entertainer means there you can see a girl is walking upon the rope on the rope, and she is performing some of the activities. So that is entertaining. She is entertaining basically. She is performing some art and we provide money to them. Or this is the livelihood of the people, those who were the part of entertainer. Tribal groups were distinguished by their distinct lifestyle, custom, languages, uh, and culture, and concisely preserve the same. So tribal groups, whosoever the tribal groups are there, they all were they having their own lifestyle. Means the living style is different from all the other tribal groups. Means one tribal group have their own lifestyle, the another tribal group have their own lifestyle. where the we are people are living in a place, we have our own different lifestyle and customs what we follow. We used to talk different languages, we follow a different culture. So we whatever we are doing, we are preserving those things. Likewise, the tribal people were also are also preserving their custom, their culture, their languages as well. Some people, the craft person, like they used to sell the ropes. Reed straw matting means reed is a grass, long grass basically, and that is used to make several things like mat and all. Sack that is used to keep the grains in that, and iron tools. They also sometimes serve themselves as a laborers. So these are the livelihood on that these tribal people survive. The political system was based upon a family or kinship ties, means they all are equal. They they have all the same right in their in the particular group, and it was headed by the tribal chief. So, and while the tribal societies were patrilineal and matrilineal. Okay, the two word you have to understand, one is patrilineal and the another one is the matrilineal. What is patrilineal? The patrilineal is pitru satratmak, means the head of the family will be male, and matrilineal, that is the matru satratmak, means the head of the family is female. So in Indian subcontinent there are many families. Those the tribal families, basically the tribal groups, those who are the part of matrilineal, and some are patrilineal. So examples of matrilineal like Garo, Khasi, they of Meghalaya's, these of two are the good example of matrilineal system, where the mother is the head of the family, or the female member, the oldest female member of the family will be the head of the family basically. Now, what you have to see is that, what you have to understand is that the tribal people, those who are living in the areas, like they are living in jungles and the other part of the areas, they use the natural products to keep themselves to fulfill their needs, basically to fulfill their needs. And they also were forced to make to preserve the nature. So that is why the tribal communities used to worship the god as nature as a god. So they are worshipping trees, they are worshipping animals, they are worshipping sun, moon, water, hills. So they used to worship those things. Why they are worshipping? The reason is that only that they can protect. Means if there is a fear in their mind, so that they will not use is excessively. So for the for the preservance of the nature, so they imagined them as a god, and they started worshipping. Tribal people used to also they do not have this earlier time, they do not have their script, means on what script they write. So they used to carry the information oral or the verbally. So from one person to another, from one generation to another generation, the stories, the custom, the cultures were transforming from one generation to another. So this is the thing that we have to understand. Sometimes these things have the negative impact. The reason is that this might happen. One person can remind the capability of remembering something is might be less or more. So this because of this only, the messages some point can be leaked, or some point can be removed from our mind. So this is the thing that we have to understand. If it is in written form, so we are easily able to understand. Now the next topic is tribal and tribal communities of India. Okay, now you can see the map of India. There you can see In Himachal Pradesh, Gaddis are there. Uh, Now in Uttarakhand, Bhotia, in Rajasthan, Saharia, Bhil, and in Gujarat, Van Gujars and Rathwa. In Madhya Pradesh, Baigas, Gond. In Jharkhand, that is Baigas and Maria Gond. Odisha is also there. Then Jharkhand, Santhal, Munda, Uran. In Bengal also Santhal, and in the eastern part of the Indian subcontinent, that is the Aptani, Nishi, Naga, Khasi, uh, Riang, and moving toward the southern part, in like you can see in the Maharashtra, that is Banjara, Andhra Pradesh, that is Gond, and in Kerala, Mala Irular, and in Andaman, Jarvas. So these are some of the tribal communities, those who were the part of the Indian subcontinent. They are living in the Indian subcontinent. Now, India is considered as the largest tribal population in the term of different variety of the tribal people. It's around 60 to 65 million Adivasis in India. During the medieval period, there were prominent tribes which were living in that time. That was Gond, Bhils, Ahom, Gurjars, Banjaras, Santhal, Khokars, Bhattis, Ahir, Cheros, Nagas, Baigas, Badgas basically. So these are some of the tribal communities which were the part of Indian subcontinent. And they still prevails. They are still prevails in the many part of the India. Some of them they have mixed with the mixed with the mainstream. Some of them they were still living the primitive lifestyle, and they do not want to join with the mainstream. But time has changed. The different technological development, the different in the development in the field of medicine, in the field of education, and in the field of communication and transportation, people were attracted and they started living to with the mainstream people, and they started living the settling life out of the jungles. Okay, now this chapter is over, this topic is over basically, and in the next video we will read about the Gond and its community. What you have to do is that you have to write the name of the tribal communities along with the state, all of the tribal communities which is belongs to the Indian subcontinent, and you have to write the states in which they belongs to. Okay, thank you students.